Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Christbug. I was gonna do a core of the body of Christ video, but our brother Jason, aka Christ Saved Everyone, has already made a video on that, and I think that I should just elaborate on something similar, but not quite the same. As you may know, or may not know, the body of Christ follows the Apostle Paul because there's two gospels, the gospel of the circumcision and the gospel of the uncircumcision. And let me demonstrate to you what that is right now. So the circumcision gospel consists of traditional reign on earth. I'm gonna try to get in here. Peter is called in Israel. And he also proclaimed among Israelites, salvation is because of Israel. And this is like the circumcision right here. And let me continue because I just wanted to digress. Shh, bro. Bro. Okay. So, anyways. The rest of the circumcision gospel consists of the fourth thing is saints termed the bride of the lamb. Saints are called the bride of the lambkin, essentially. Glory of the terrestrial. Racial distinctions is really important to Peter. Believers, and this is a big one. Believers are known from the disruption of the world. From believers called first, then chosen, will keep law. Water baptism required. Begotten anew, born again, as modern Christians call it. Pardoned of guilt. Irreverent are condemned, etc., etc. Just pause if you need to read all this. Scroll into the YouTube video if you need to read all this. So now that we covered that, let's get to Paul. So now that we covered that, let's get to Paul. Paul's gospel is the exact opposite. Paul is called outside Israel. Paul proclaimed to the nations salvation is in spite of Israel. Saints termed the body of Christ, called the body of Christ. Glory of the celestial. Racial distinctions are irrelevant. Very big one, again. Believers are known before this disruption of the world. Believers are chosen first, then called. That's a very big one. Not under law is a big one. Water baptism not required. Are a new creation, not guilty. That is justified. Irreverent are justified. Must not be working. Only having faith. Saved from second death by grace alone. Deal graciously with others as God has dealt graciously. Standing in grace, etc. And again, pause the video and scroll the video if you need to read the rest. Aside from the things I listed in this video, I really suggest that you look at Jason's video, core beliefs for a more in-depth look. In conjunction with the video that I just put out. So grace and peace. I love y'all. Talk to you later.